Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to Hitch a Ride. I hope you're all well. It's a nice sunny Saturday here in Montreal today. We had a few snowfalls recently and more are coming next week apparently. So we'll see. I'm a little bit tired of shoveling. So if you watched my 2024 recap video, you might remember me mentioning that last year I completed my studio album collection of a band I absolutely love on the MoFi audiophile reissue label. Well, that band is Dire Straits, Mark Knopfler's multi-platinum powerhouse, of course. So I thought today I would show you those MoFi records. How about that? And to make it more interesting, I'll make this a studio album ranking video. This will be my very personal and humble ranking, of course, so feel free to share yours with me in the comments. And also note that I'm not including their EP Twisting by the Pool from 1982, though it has a couple of good songs on it, including the title track, Twisting by the Pool, and also Two Young Lovers. So, let's begin. So, Communique, their second album, this one lands in 6th place for me, but it's still a jam. For years I thought it was just an okay album, but I've grown to appreciate its more stripped down feel. Songs like Once Upon a Time in the West, that opens the album, show how the band expanded their storytelling. I love the sarcastic approach to the modern world on that song. This was also the last album with Mark's brother David Knopfler on rhythm guitar. What else do we have on here? Lady Writer was a single, I think. The song also Where Do You Think You're Going is very great in my opinion. And recently I listened to an extended version of that on YouTube. It was a studio version, but twice the length. I thought it was awesome. That song deserved that kind of treatment, and it's too bad that it's only like just under 4 minutes on this album. So check it out on YouTube if you can. If you have any idea where that extended version of Where Do You Think You're Going comes from, tell me in the comment section. I would be very interested to know more about it. So Communique, last place, but very strong album. It's tough to rank this one fifth because I just love it. It features what may be my favorite Dire Straits song, Romeo and Juliet, though my favorite version is from Alchemy Live, right here. It's on that live album that I got familiar with that song. Something about Mark's phrasing on that version that's just magical. The inspiration for that song comes from a short relationship that Mark Knopfler had with a singer who did not treat him too good apparently. So it's a little bit biographical. I dock this album a few points because of the song Less Boys, which doesn't do much for me. Great album, this one. And that brings me to 4th place, which might surprise some of you. For me, the debut album lands right here in 4th place. This is where the guys introduced their incredible grooves and Mark Knopfler's virtuoso guitar playing to the world. It's an outstanding debut, no doubt about it. The first track is the greatest opener you can get, down to the waterline. And I never get tired of Sultans of Swing. For me, it never gets overplayed. So, an outstanding debut album for sure. Some may find this ranking surprising, but I genuinely love this album, On Every Street, released in 1991. It's the only Dire Straits album I can say I was there for. I was 15 when it was released. It's packed with humor, songs like Calling Elvis and Heavy Fuel. I really love the videos for those. The title track is also stunning. Planet of New Orleans. The Bug also is a personal highlight. I find that song very, very fun. I'm not quite sure what to make of the album cover though. So this one I opened it for you to show you a little bit more. So these are all original master recording. They all have that banner. They are all 45 RPM. They are all using the Gain 2 cutting system by MoFi, and they are all gatefold. You know, the kind of gatefold you don't want to open it too much to preserve the satisfying crackle, you know. But you have in this one you have the song lyrics. I think there are 12 songs on this one. This one is the last one I got, and it took 4 years for me to get it. After I got the first 5, I managed to acquire the first 5 studio albums by Dire Straits from I think 2020 to 2021, and that one it was only I think in November of last year that I got it. In fact, I ordered it around February. It was not really an order, it was like a special request to my record store, and they were supposed to get it for me, but it took like close to 10 months. I almost given up hope on it, and suddenly they sent me an email saying they received it, so I was really happy to be able to complete the MoFi collection. So it's an album that I really do like, On Every Street. So if you don't have this one, it's still available. I received an email from MoFi recently saying I think they still have it. You have to check it out, and it sounds really wonderful. I could compare it to the CD. The other albums I showed you, I have for most of them I have a domestic version on vinyl and a CD, standard CD version. I mean, you can't go wrong with the MoFi in this particular case. So On Every Street, it's third place for me. So second place, Love Over Gold. That album embodies the ambitious spirit of a full-scale prog album. The band pulls the 14-minute epic Telegraph Road effortlessly. It's cinematic in its scope and storytelling. Private Investigations is another standout, so unique and atmospheric. A true classic, of course, and then there is Industrial Disease, which takes me to a completely different place with its humor and clever keyboard-driven groove. So, just an incredible album. It closes brilliantly with Love Over Gold and It Never Rains, 2 tracks that are just as strong. What an incredible album. Get it, Love Over Gold. And at the end of the day, my full admiration has to go to Brothers in Arms, which remains #1 in my heart. That was the Dire Straits album I first discovered at age 9, seeing the iconic cover in record stores, on TV, and in magazines. Being a huge fan of the band Boston, as you know, I guess I've always had a thing for flying guitars. This album sold an astonishing 30 million copies and is nothing short of incredible. It's definitely unique in the band's catalog, but in a good way. It features the big hits we've all heard countless times, but the sheer spine-tingling emotion of the title track alone would be enough to cement its place at the top of my list. Truly an iconic classic. And there you have it, my personal ranking of Dire Straits studio albums on MoFi. Woo. Thanks for watching, and let me know your favorite Dire Straits albums in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hitch a ride. Back next time. See you soon.